Hello, it's Numismatist Kid today, and I have a video for you that I've been really excited to do because I've been getting a lot of questions lately from little kids all the way up to adults that ask, how did British money work in the pre-decimal system? We hear the words farthing, shilling, crown, florin. It's all kind of confusing because, of course, now, post-decimal, we have just pence and pounds. So 100 pence make a pound. I'm going to go over today pre-decimal system. I think it was 1969 or 1970 that they switched over to decimal. But this is how it's been from the time of the Romans. It's actually where the system came from. And it's very interesting. So we're going to start by just going through all of these different denominations. We'll start with the smallest guy here. This is 1 farthing. It's about the size of an American penny. And this one has George VI on it, which is Queen Elizabeth's dad. Come here, it's from 1942. And it takes 4 farthings to make a penny. So I'll leave that one down here so you can see it better. Now this is 1/2 penny. Now this is from the reign of George V. And it's from the year 1924. And this is the older design with Britannia that says halfpenny. After, I don't really know when it switched over, but I know that most of the George VI coins and all the Queen Elizabeth II coins that are halfpennies will have this ship design. And a lot of people I know like to just collect coins with ships. This one here is from 1942. So you might see it with this design, you might see it with this design, just depending on how old it was, but they had the same value. Now the reason that Britannia design gets a little confusing is because the permanent design on the penny, which we have here, this one's from the reign of Edward VII from 1906. The penny is known for this Britannia design. It's unique to the penny now, or I guess from the 50s and 60s. It used to be on almost every British coin. It's a very cool design. I really like it. And, of course, a penny is 4 farthings or 2 halfpennies. Now that we're out of those copper coins there, we'll get into these ones over here. Now this one, you're like, that's not copper, that's not silver. Well, these ones are made post-war. This is a 3 pence coin. Now, before World War II, they would make them out of silver, and they would be half the size of a 6 pence coin, obviously. But after the war, to preserve metals, they had to use this kind of, I think it's brass or some kind of alloy, I'm not really sure. This one here is from 1937, so I guess it was a little before World War II. And you can see here, this has George VI on it, and this is equal to 3 pence. This is 3 pence, this is a penny. Next we have the 6 pence. So that's 2 of these, 6 of these, 12 of these, and 24 of those. And this little coin here, they were made in silver. Up until 1920, all of these coins were sterling silver, 92.5%. And then in 1920 to 1946, they were 50% silver. So this one's from 49. It's just a clad coin, but that's just some silver information. And this one here is 6 pence. So 2 of these, like I went over before. And this actually makes, if you take 2 6 pence coins, you get 1 shilling. Now, this here is a shilling, which we've probably heard a lot, but we never really knew what it was. So this is a shilling from 1951. There's George VI on it. And a shilling is 12 pence. So that's just the standard base units I like to think of are penny, shilling, crown. So this one here is 1 penny. This one here is 1 shilling. So it takes 12 of those to make 1 of these. Then 2 shillings make a florin. Now, a florin is kind of an odd denomination. People ask a lot, like, why does a florin even exist if a crown, which we'll get to later, is actually 5 shillings, what would a 2 shilling coin even serve the purpose for? Well, there are 5 shillings in a crown and 4 crowns in a pound, meaning that in 1 pound, there's a total of 20 shillings. So this coin right here is actually 1/10 of a pound, or 2 shillings. This is another George VI coin. That's most of the ones that I have. 1948, so it's clad coin, one of those early years. Then we go up one step from that, and we have a half crown. So a half crown, as you can see, is not a whole lot bigger than a florin, because it's 2 shillings and 6 pence. So if we take this florin plus this 6-pence coin, it is equal to a half crown. Because 1 crown is 5 shillings, so a half crown is 2.5 shillings. And of course, if we take 2 half crowns, we'll get a pound. Now, pound coins were kind of phased out. 19th century pound coins were very common. They feature a very famous design called the Petrucci Definitive with St. George on horseback. And it's actually a really beautiful, beautiful coin. If you can ever see one of those or have the chance to buy one of those, I would highly recommend you do so. It's one of my favorite designs. I personally don't have them because they're a little pricey. They're in sterling silver from Queen Victoria, or George III, George IV, William IV. And there's all of these beautiful coins. They phased out the crown when they kind of stopped putting sterling silver in them. Now, 4 crowns make 1 pound. Obviously, in these coins, it's not really a pound coin. They were mainly banknotes. But long before that, in the 19th century, pound coins were gold coins. If you ever heard of a sovereign is a gold coin with the value of 1 pound. And that one also features the Petrucci Definitive, a very famous, amazing, beautiful design. And it's interesting, actually, the name pound came from earlier times when 1 pound, the monetary denomination, was actually equal to a pound of sterling silver, with all those little coins that go into it and make it. So I think that's a really interesting kind of little fact there, a side note. But I'm really hoping you can better understand how the British money worked. It's a really interesting thing. Obviously, it's kind of obsolete if you're trying to use it. But I actually do use it when I go and buy foreign junk silver coins. I calculate what's the melt value per crown, and that's how I'll pick them up. So if you know what you're doing, especially here in the States, there's a lot of really experienced and amazing, knowledgeable people who don't really know what they're doing when it comes to British coins, British junk coins like this. If you can get those silver coins where they're not really familiar with it, if you know the dates of when they were silver, what percentage, and you know how to actually make a crown and kind of know the spot price of a crown, you can get some good deals. Because, I mean, obviously these guys know a lot. They've been doing it for a long time, but some coin dealers may not really know how the British money worked, especially here in America, like I said, if they never had to use it. And if you have this little tidbit of knowledge, you could definitely use that to your advantage and you could get some good deals. So I really hope I helped you today. I encourage you to like and subscribe for more videos. I don't put them out super often. I really only put it out when I have an interesting thing that I've researched and I know what to talk to you with. I want to give you the best knowledge and information that I can so that you can make the best investment and build the best collection that you can. It's really a passion of mine, collecting coins. I love to see new people starting, young or old, any age, you can get into this. It's a fun hobby. It's a great way to learn about history with all these British monarchs that you can find on these various coins. And I really hope you guys get into this, and I hope it can make you some money and get you some good deals. I'm Numismatist Ted. Thank you very much for watching.